Wanted to do another general cryptocurrency video on opportunities in crypto right now. We just had this capitulation move down to essentially 15,700 thereabouts, depending on the exchange. But that being said, people have picked up on this Litecoin play that I've been talking about since the beginning of summer, that I was really looking hopefully for $40 Litecoin. It kind of got around the 50 range, and then it kind of popped up to 60 because they started talking about the halving event that's going to happen in 2023. So your play is going to be to look for this capitulation move, pick this up, hopefully under 50, but maybe even $40 Litecoin, and then ride that on up to, about, probably March or April, maybe May, and then peace out, or peace out a part of it, and maybe just ride the rest of the icing and stuff like that. So we saw this the last couple of halving events for Litecoin. So it's tailor-made. Look for that. Halving event will be coming next summer for Litecoin. So that is one play, the Doge play. Obviously, we had some pretty significant pops there when Elon bought Twitter. We don't know his exact plan, but it is positive news that he is, favorable with Dogecoin and all that kind of stuff. So be good to have some of that obviously in your bag. I've not reaccumulated the major kind of bags that I had going into this last boom, and I've been waiting to get kind of sub 5-cent Dogecoin, and hopefully it gets down to 3 cents or something like that, but I don't know where it's going to go. So that is one thing to potentially stack your bags and stuff like that. And a lot can be said. You don't see Litecoin and Dogecoin going down all the time. You don't see Bitcoin going down. You don't even see Ethereum going down, but you do see this with Solana's went down a bunch. There's been issues on Harmony One. There's been issues with Phantom at different times. There's been issues with Avalanche. And we've had the issues with the EOS.IO software, with the EOS blockchain. So that being said, there is a lot of value in these kind of older proof of work chains that are resilient and are tried and true. Digibyte is another one, and we'll see if that play is tailor-made, but it was well below a cent, and it just looks juicy because it has done boom and bust twice before. It's a long track history from 2014. Now it could fall out of favor and people could completely forget about Digibyte, but my thinking is that is something I'm going to pick up kind of later in the cycle. That the brunt of what I would hold would basically be, the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, BNB. Those are in my regard, those are the three kind of like reserve currencies. They've made it. They're going to be there. And, also Doge, Litecoin, and Monero. That you can really revolve around now. Now there's going to be good pickups with Solana, Phantom, Harmony One, all that kind of stuff. There definitely will be, but I think that you're going to have other opportunities to buy this stuff in 2023, and you're going to be able to stack fairly large bags, exercising patience and buying in these capitulation moves. Now it's a precarious thing because if you have orders out on these exchanges, what exchange can you trust? I would trust Kraken the most out of the major fiat gateways that are in the United States. Gemini is likely safe, but there again, who knows? I wouldn't risk everything on these buy orders, especially not on one exchange, and just be vigilant with that kind of thing. Now, the other opportunities, I mentioned this before, the high back dollar is still paying 20%. The high back dollar is a debt against Hive. Now, in this capitulation move, it did get pulled under $1, but usually it rubber bands back to $1. It seems like they've fairly well figured this out to some regard. Now, what are some of the other things that you can do to sort of kind of increase your exposure, kind of like use this to the best of your ability? If you tokenize the Litecoin and the Dogecoin and the Bitcoin and the Ethereum on something like the Binance Smart Chain or these various other chains, then you can borrow stable coins against it. So you can borrow USDC against it, move it over to another chain. Maybe you end up converting it, switching it to basically Binance wrapped high back dollar, and then take it over to Cub DeFi and basically do a stablecoin to stablecoin liquidity pool. You could convert it completely, bridge it over, clear over to Hive, and then earn the 20%. So you could be earning 20% off of the money you borrowed against your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Dogecoin, your Litecoin, and all that. You can lever out, lever out. Now, when am I going to get rid of that car? Time's coming close. It's going to be time to rotate back out of that, refill some bags, pad these bags, The car market's changing. Rotate that back into crypto, other endeavors, and then let the car market fall, and then I'm probably getting a McLaren. So we will see. Definitely been a fun ride and definitely turned some heads. So want to experience more of these cars, and as an investment, you know, we'll kind of see. We will kind of see what the market's looking like. Seems like a lot of the used car dealers are not budging from a lot of their prices, but there are a lot of repos out there, the lower end market, and these auctions are filling up, I guess. So that's the word on the street. It's time to rotate out of the cars. That's my play, and then we'll have more of these capitulation moves, repad the bags, and go on through 2023. So that being said, guys, there's hopefully a few opportunities for you to look into in the crypto market coming up, and then just realize that there's going to be a lot of like headwinds. You're going to have this whole pulse chain hex thing. There's been rumors that the SEC's breathing down Richard Hart's neck. He's been flexing out real hard on Instagram. I mean, if you see his post, you know, he's always showing the Prada fit, the Louis Vuitton fit. You know, he's just buying luxury goods. He's got all his watches. So he's been flexing, but there hadn't really been the live streams. We don't know if the SEC's chasing him. We don't really know. That being said, guys, I'm going to cut it off here because we got a train coming in. We got the mountains in the background, train coming in. If you guys recognize where I'm at, I'm in the Dirty T. It's the Catalina Mountains back there. Anyway, guys, like this video, subscribe, follow me on all social media at Brian Phobos, YouTube, Instagram, Steam, Twitter, Hive, DTube, everywhere. See you guys.